Welcome back to the Pokehistorian, everyone. I am your host, Maddox. This is the show where I sometimes just get on a camera and talk about whatever I feel like talking about, and sometimes I'll even throw cards at you. I don't know. So tonight's topic, we're going to talk about losses and the Pokemon card market. No, can't be. Losses? We've been in a boom for the last year. How can anything be a loss? I don't know. I've had a couple losses. I thought I'd share them with you. And that way, we could kind of maybe relate if you've had some losses too, and we could kind of talk about how to deal with it and what these losses mean long term, if they mean anything at all. So I got two examples I want to bring up. The first example is this beautiful card right here. Mega Lucario EX, one of my favorite cards from the year. Straight out of Mega Evolution. So here's what happened with this card, at least from my perspective. This card came out, rocketed up to $300, and then went all the way down to $266. At that point, I thought, well, that's quite the correction there, Matt. I bet you it's not going to go much lower than that. So what did I do? I went on TCG Player, click, add to cart, bought myself a copy. Now I'm the owner of this card and I absolutely love it, but guess what? You know how much the card is worth now? About $215, possibly lower. So I'm down about $50 on this card. If I had just been patient and waited longer, could have gotten it cheaper. But the thing is, I had no way of knowing that. It was one of those things where it's like you feel like you're damned if you do, damned if you don't, and damned did I want that card, so I got it. It's just how it goes. Sometimes the cards are going to actually go down more than you thought. I just thought with this card, it's such a gorgeous artwork. It's got so many cool Mega Evolution Pokemon on it. How can it go much lower than $266? I didn't see it. But it did. And I'm okay with that. That's just how it goes, and it's not gonna keep me from buying more cards in the future. I'm just gonna have to readjust my strategy with that. And at this point in the video, I guess I'll go ahead and share what that strategy is with you. So here's how things used to be in the Pokemon card market. New set would come out, there would be very sought after singles, and the very sought after singles would typically start out very high, and as supply hit the market, the cards would go down and down and down to I guess a fairly reasonable price, and then once they hit that point, that was your time to buy, and then they'd probably start going back up a little bit later down the road. With this year, though, well, actually, I should say, starting last year with Surging Sparks and that Rainbow Super Special Crown Pikachu, it became the trend where new cards would come out expensive, and then they would just keep going up. So you were better off for the last few sets, really, just going out there and buying as soon as the card came out, because you were going to see it go up and up and up, and that was your chance to get it at its lowest price. I think that game is over. I think we're back to how things used to be, where the new cards come out and they're going to sink in price for a little while. So from now on, going back to my old strategy of being more patient. The card I'm thinking about right now that I really want is the Phantasmal Flames Charizard. I'm not going to buy that right now, though. I don't know what the heck that card's going to do. My gut tells me it's going to go down a little bit, but I can't be sure. But no matter what, I'm going to wait, and we're going to see where it stabilizes. And then once it stabilizes at a price that seems okay-ish to me, then I'm going to move in. No more buying this stuff right out the gate. That strategy probably is not going to work anymore for now. And that's fine. I kind of like the old way of doing things more anyways. It's nice when the cards come out, you actually see them go down. You have a little more time to think about whether or not you really want the card and whatnot, and just works out a lot better. Another example of a loss I had recently was actually Phantasmal Flames itself. Bought myself a case for $2,000. Now you can get a case for $1,800. No. Yeah. So I'm down about $200 on my case. Do I care? No, not at all. You know why? because I'm not trying to flip that damn thing. I'm just looking to hold it long term. And if I think that box is going to go to, or that case I should say, is going to go to $5,000 in 5 years, I don't really care if I overpaid by $200 because I'm not trying to get rid of it right now. It's irrelevant to me. Are there any lessons to be learned from what I did buying that particular product? And that's something I've been thinking about a lot. And the answer is, I don't think there is. I think it's just, we're in kind of a weird time right now where you never know exactly whether a new booster box or booster box case is going to go up a little bit or down a little bit. But as long as you're buying reasonably close to release, and like most of the chase cards have been revealed, like it's probably pretty safe to buy. I mean, I don't think we're at a point now where new sets are going to come out and like the booster boxes are just going to tank down the MSRP. Like that's just not going to happen. So I'm not worried about that. I think I just have to accept if I'm buying a booster box case or a booster box, there's going to be some fluctuations by a few $100s possibly. It's like a case might go up a little bit, might go down a little bit. Same things with a booster box. And that's just kind of the way it is. However, I will say this, not to get too off topic, but sort of in the realm of on topic. I think, so Phantasmal Flames boxes are going for about $300. I don't think whatever sets come out in the future are going to go too much beyond $300. I think we might have reached like a peak for how expensive a new booster box can be coming right out the gate. So if, for example, like I saw someone charging $350 for whatever set comes next, I probably right now I'm inclined not to buy into that. I think $300 is about as far as we can take it right now for the price of a new booster box. I expect whatever set comes out next to be right around $300 or maybe around $250 is what I'm thinking. We'll see if I'm wrong or I'm right, but this is my channel and I like to speculate. But that's kind of what I'm thinking right now, just so you know. I do think in this market we have kind of hit the peak for how expensive new booster boxes can get. Anyway, so long story short, yeah, I've got a couple losses here, but like, am I letting it get me down? And am I going to like stop investing? Am I going to like run for the hills and get out of this Pokemon card market hobby thing? No, I'm just going to keep enjoying it and keep doing what I'm always doing. I think that will work out just fine long term. I think back to the end of the COVID boom and so many people ran away and got scared and were like, oh, Pokemon's done. Who wants to be a part of this? And I just kept going, buying cards I wanted and buying some booster boxes from Scarlet and Violet and Sword and Shield, and ended up paying off very handsomely. And I think the same thing's going to happen here. Maybe some people will get scared and run away. Go for it, but I'm here to stay. Nothing's changing for me. I'm going to keep buying the new sets when they come out. If the booster boxes I already have correct enough, I'm going to probably buy some more of those. I'm going to keep buying the singles I like. In fact, I just bought another Articuno and Whale Lord last night. I'm always talking about how much I love those cards. I just bought more of them. And I'm just going to keep going, and I encourage you to as well. It's okay to get hit in the face sometimes. Like, it's just going to happen in life. Sometimes you're going to get hit in the face, and you won't even know why or where it happened or how. It's just, you just got freaking smacked. But as long as you're being like relatively aware of your surroundings and you're paying attention to what's going on around, you're not going to get hit in the face all the time. It's just exactly how the Pokemon card market works. So I encourage you to stick with it, take the losses on the chin, keep going. Everything is going to be fine. There's a lot of people screaming like that, the Pokemon card market boom is over right now. I'm not buying into that crap at all. Maybe I'll eat my shirt on that, but like I'm not buying it. I mean, we have had such tremendous gains like this year that like a 10, 20, 30, 40% correction on any item or card doesn't even matter because everything has gone up so much. Like, you're still up so much if you were in this like last year around this time. Like, even if you were just starting in this last year around this time, like I promise you, you're not going to see all your things go to zero. You're probably not even going to see your stuff go to MSRP. We're probably still gonna unfortunately, with new sets coming out, stay within strike range where Pokemon scalpers want to stay in the hobby. You know, like I don't think we're gonna see any new Elite Trainer boxes come out and be readily available on store shelves for $50. Um, we're not out of the boom yet, y'all. We're not. We're just seeing a little correction. And I will remind you, you know, this is funny to me. It's like in the middle of the summer, you know, we saw all the illustration rares and special illustration rares go down. And nobody was screaming at that point that, you know, everything was going to zero. But for some reason this time everyone wants to scream that. It's like we already saw a correction back then, you know? You could argue that we had a little Pokemon boom at that point that went on, and that boom ended, and then this one kind of like restarted. I mean, depending on how you want to look at things, I mean, you could look at it like we had a boom, the boom ended, and then we had a new one. Or you could look at this as one continuous boom with a correction. It doesn't matter. Long story short is like everything's going to be fine here. Like the sky is not falling, at least as far as I know. And you're going to be okay. So enjoy the hobby, enjoy your cards, and enjoy everything else in life too, because there's other cool stuff you can do. You can buy a pizza, you can take a nap, you can play a video game, you can play chess with your friends online, you can do whatever. Anyways, that's all I got. Like and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in my next video.